What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my build channel of the 3000gt VR4 I'm currently working on. My name is Lucas, and where we last left off on this particular car was I just got new rims and tires for it and a wide body kit. Well, we ran into some issues when we were fitting the wide body kit to the car. Now, when I bought the kit, it was labeled as a kit for a 3000GT. And I went with that it is actually for the 3000GT. Well, it turns out the kit was actually for a Dodge Stealth. Well, there's a few body differences between the 3000GT and the Dodge Stealth, and one of those problems I ran into was this part right here for the side skirting. On the first gen 3000GT, it does not line up at all. And I was thinking at first, okay, maybe it needs to fit the second and third gen side skirts, which it did not as well. And that's what led me to find out that this kit was actually for the Dodge Stealth. So talking to the guys at Retrospec, I actually need this one. And that actually fits like it's supposed to. There was a few other body changes that would not work with the kit that I had, such as around the front bumper area. And yeah. So after sending a few emails back and forth with the guys over at Retrospec, we were able to get what parts that I needed, and they sent me the parts. So while I was waiting for the parts to arrive, I worked on other little things on this car. And one of the problems I kept running into is I had a slight coolant leak that I could not figure out. I did a pressure test on the system and found it to be this tiny little leak on a pipe way under here. So I had to take half of this piping, intakes, everything off the car just to be able to access it. Finally got it fixed. It just seemed like one thing led to another, and then finally all the parts arrived. Well, at the same time all those parts arrived, I also got a job offer for somewhere I've been trying to apply for a while, and that just took a lot of time out of me. Sadly, a lot of it does take extra time due to shipping. Things are out of stock, on back order, but they all have finally arrived. And Nori says she wants to help me, I guess, eat things off the floor. What are you eating, a bug? Okay. Well, while she's eating bugs, my goal for today is to try to get on as much of this wide body as I can to continue this build along. Also, you may notice there's something slightly different in the front here. Well, the pop-ups were going to go. Ultimately, that was not part of the end result that I was looking for. I wanted to do the projector headlights, so I cut out the radiator support for the first gen with the pop-up headlights and put in a second and third gen style radiator support that will actually house the projector headlights. One of the other issues that I need to take care of on this car is this front intercooler. The piping is not 100% where it needs to be because it's actually hitting a few things in the car. So anyone who's ever worked with the CX Racing intercooler kit for the 3000GTs probably have run into a similar issue, and that is it fits okay, but it doesn't fit great. Right off the bat, like this pipe, it hits the fuse box, it hits the overflow for the coolant. So a few things that I have planned to help clear up some of the space in the engine bay and make these pipes fit a little bit better are relocating the fuse box, deleting the ABS. I've already relocated the battery. Delete the cruise control, delete the air conditioning, and that should free up a lot of extra space. And while I'm at it, go ahead and delete this clutch booster. Hi. So what I need to do next is I need to jack the car up, put the new rims on it, and start fitting the wide body kit to the driver's side of the car so we can level it out so it doesn't look half lopsided, because I mean it's been sitting like this for a little while waiting on parts and it kind of looks funny. We have flat nothing, over here. Yeah, it looks a bit different. Nice and wide. Super flat. So, I guess nothing else to do. Let's get started.
Back in that bag again. Whoa, yeah. Hey. Back in that, yeah. Tell them to watch it. Now I ain't talking my pockets, just know we ain't running out the way that we stock it. If I got it, you got it. If I call it, she slide and tell her to mop it. Yeah, I got that shit doing. Damn, she took that thing off and bring it around. Going at it till I'm on. Put that 90 in a hole, I'm beating it down. I'm back in that bag again. Whoa. Oh, say less. I'm back in that bag again. Yeah. Oh, say less. I'm back in that. Yeah. What you doing? Yeah. I'm back in that. Hey, where you going? Hey, back in that bag again. Don't bring me around your friends. You know that I'm bagging them. Request me on Facebook, no, I ain't adding them. Positions I had her in. Hit from the back, that pussy was splattering. Calling her friend, tell her pull up. Word, let's make it a gathering. They loving that baby, nah, I'm Matic now, but she loving the splash again. I just be cashing in her buns, just like a wedding, I'm crashing in. Hundreds on hundreds, I'm moving and grooving. She wanna cut up, I'ma slash again. Buckets on buckets, I'm switching edition. Back in my bag, going back again. I feel like Aladdin, yeah. I'm on the carpet, flying through orbits, ain't doing no talking. Wow. They on my body as soon as I walk in, bitches be stalking. They loving the drip, they think I'm a force, they gotta move cautious. Back in my duffel, I'm working a double like I'm in the office. Tell them to watch it, now I ain't talking my pockets, just know we ain't running out the way that we stock it. If I got it, you got it. If I call it, she slide and tell her to mop it. Yeah, I got that shit doing. Damn, she took that thing off and bring it around. Going at it till I'm on. Put that 90 in a hole, I'm beating it down. I'm back in that bag again. Whoa. Oh, say less. I'm back in that bag again. Yeah. Oh, say less. I'm back in that. Yeah, what you doing? Yeah, I'm back in that. Hey, where you going? And you should know that we on this forever. You don't know me well, just ask again. And you should know that I'm with all the fuckery. Why you sit down and just watch the film? And you should know that Khan got a bottle of Don feeling like Julio, pass it in. Minus some M's, going in. Back in that bag where I'm going in. I'm dunking on them, just lower the rim. Free my niggas, it's all in a pen. Hit it once, I'ma hit it again. She with me, you know she a 10. She a Barbie, you know I'm a Ken. Rolling some dope, and sipping some gin. It's always been us, it never was them. Back in my bag, they know it's a gem. Tell them to watch it, now I ain't talking my pockets. Just know we ain't running out the way that we stock it. If I got it, you got it. If I call it, she slide and tell her to mop it. Yeah, I got that shit doing. Damn, she took that thing off and bring it around. Going at it till I'm on. Put that 90 in a hole, I'm beating it down. I'm back in that bag again. Whoa. Oh, say less. I'm back in that bag again. Yeah. Oh, say less. I'm back in that. Yeah. What you doing? Yeah. I'm back in that. Hey, where you going? Hey.
As you can see, the clearance between the tire and the rear quarter panel is extremely tight, so I will need to cut my rear quarter panel. The only problem is I do not have a welder. So I'm going to wait a little bit before I cut it because I want to have it welded and seam sealed so I don't get water or rust started, inside that fender. But until now, it's just going to stay like this underneath the over fender until I can actually get someone to do that weld for me. So I do believe the best place to start on this one for the rear is right here, because this will sit in a very designated spot, which then I can fit the over fender arch and then the rear bumper piece before moving up to the front. Looks like it should fit pretty well right there. I'm gonna use my foot, hold it in place. Come on, tape. This painter's tape is whipping my tail today. There we go. Side skirt's bolted in. This follows the body line pretty well. And, oh, wait, there we go. The rear bumper will sit just like that. And I think I'm pretty happy with that. So, I'm going to start popping some holes all the way around into the bumper. And then the rear should be done. Then we can move up to the front. And right about here. What this will do is take the sharp edges off that hole and make it nice and smooth. Some rubberized well nuts. And I got some stainless steel Downstar Hardware with black caps. Alright, now with those two in, I can sort up this rear bumper piece. I will still never finish it. There we go. And then I can finish tapping the rest of the holes. And just like that, the rear wide fenders are completely bolted on. I do have a set of weather stripping to go around here, but I'm not going to put that on until I'm ready to actually mount it after it's been painted. I don't want to mount it on and then have to trash it and get a new one. But that gives an idea of what it is going to look like when it's all done. I like it. It's pretty good. It's just a bit of beef, this ass end. So, I will have to say, she's got a big butt all the way around. Woo! That is a big booty. So when we do the fronts, I need to have the front bumper on to make sure everything lines up properly. And well, where am I getting that front bumper? So Megan has always wanted pop-up headlights in one of her cars. So she has her VR4, and well, here's what we did. We put the pop-ups on her base, which leads me with her front bumper to put on mine. Oh yeah. All I have to really do is just cut out a little bit for the pipes to fit. But, I mean, it's pretty close. Oh, it's gonna look good. It's gonna look real good. Okay, so to mock up the fender flares on the front, I'm going to need to take this bumper back off, remove the pipes and the intercooler so the bumper can sit flush where it needs to sit. Then all I have to do is just mock up where everything goes. And then when I finally get everything adjusted correctly, the bumper will fit back in there properly and I don't have to re-mock up anything. So, all right, let's get it. And we can't forget the last piece needed to finish the look of this front is all starting to come together. So it looks like this part of the wide body that goes on the front bumper is interfering with this front lip just a little bit. So I'm going to have to shave this up. But for right now, it looks like the front lip's going to have to come off so I can fit this where it needs to go. So one thing I do truly enjoy are these Colecos. They're like temporary rivets. So basically you squeeze it, put it in the hole, they stay there. You're trying to mount body panel. You take it, stick it in the hole, line the hole up, just like that, it holds it. So, get us another Coleco off the floor, load it up in our gun, line the holes up, and just like that, it holds the body panels on. Okay, so we've had a lot of sanding and adjustment on this driver's side front fender, but for the most part, it is in place. Held in with the Colecos. Over here was where I was getting the most trouble, was around this front side skirt and the fender. Just wasn't quite lining up, so I took care of it with a sander and a cutoff wheel, but for the most part, it is in there now. Looking pretty good. I can live with that. I mean, this isn't going to be a show car or anything. It's just going to be for fun. So I'm starting to run out of time for the day, so I'll pick this up tomorrow. So peace. All right, welcome back to the next day. So where we left off, the fender was getting fit. There was some slight issues with the fitment over here. I got that dialed in. Just got to get the bolts back in the fender. So had to do just a little bit of cutting around here, a little bit of shaving. It doesn't quite fit perfect, but it fits good enough. It is completely bolted in and over here. So I'm gonna have to shave just a little bit on the front where this part of the bumper meets the front splitter, but that's not gonna be a problem. And maybe shave out just a little bit right here because it's just too close. Now, where I ran into some slightly other issues is on the opposite side. So just like any other body kit, aftermarket body that you put on the car, it doesn't always fit right, or it doesn't fit perfect. So the problem that I was running into was there was about a 1/2 inch difference where this sat and the width. So from here to here was about a 1/2 inch taller than the other side. Where I was running into some of the problems on the passenger side of the car is down here. The passenger side was about a 1/2 inch taller here and down here where it meets the side panel. So it made the whole fender sit higher up, which there was a bigger gap between the wheels. So when you're mocking it up, it was pretty flush on the driver's side, but there was this extra gap between the fender on the passenger side. So I spent a good while cutting. As you can see, I made some measurements here, measured out from the other side, was able to mock this up, had to do some cutting, cut out about a 1/2 inch depth on either side. This now fits pretty good in here. And that's where we're gonna finish up today, is finish mocking this onto the car, drill some holes, and get this permanently mounted. Put on my small Coleco. All right. So all three of the front passenger fender panels have been mounted with Colecos and a couple tap screws. But other than that, it is pretty much lined up with the other one. And all I have left to do is just drill out the fenders, put in the little well nuts, and we're good to go. All the holes have been drilled. The rubberized well nuts are in place. All that is left to do is install my Downstar Hardware. We'll take it outside and see how it looks in the sun. All right, and just like that, it is all done. So, this is what we have. It's looking really good. It's a little dark back here, that's not good. But, it is all on. Just a few little fitment issues, like right there and there. I'll get those cleaned up when I get this prepped for paint with the body shop, but for now, I think it looks really good. So let's try to get it outside. The only problem I run into right now is with the bumper on for the fitment. I do not have the intercooler piping in because there it is. So, I mean, it's not gonna run. I'm gonna have to push it outside, but it's gonna look good. So let's get it outside. And that looks like a storm. Nice. But man, before I take this car outside, can we just take a moment to appreciate how wide those back wheels are? Woo! All right, well, it runs like crap without the intercooler on, but I was able to get it out. So there it is. All right, now it's out in the sun, let's take a minute to appreciate it. All right, now that the wide body's on the car, I can continue moving forward with some of the other body modifications I have. I have A couple of little parts coming from Dubai and Twin Z. So those should be coming on shortly. Waiting on a few other parts to start deleting some stuff in the engine bay. That should clean it up really nicely. I have new brakes, pads and rotors to go on. I'm getting rid of these lug nuts. I have some from GK Tech that's coming. So I know Megan is looking forward to my car being back on the road again, so we can take them both out together, go to car meets, car shows, you know, just have some generalized fun with the cars. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone over at Retrospec for helping me get the pieces that I needed to fit this kit on. The kit was actually originally for a Stealth, so all the panels did not line up for the 3000 GT. And not only did they help me get the pieces I needed for the wide body kit, but they actually hooked me up with a lip kit for the sides, the front bumper, and the little pieces for the rear. They do not currently fit right now on this particular bumper. They're actually for the second gen bumper, but I still have the first gen on. That will be swapped out at a later time. I have the bumper in the backyard on the parts car. But as I said, once again, thank you for helping me out. So I want to thank everybody for watching this video. If you enjoy this kind of content, please feel free to subscribe. Drop a comment. Tell me something that you would like to see me do next. I do have a lot of plans that I want to do to this car, and they're finally coming together. So, until next time, hey, thank you.